What it do? You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We back, Great weekend of fights. Great weekend of fights. And we going to get into it. And when you come in the building, you already know what to do. Let me know you in the building and smash that like button when you come in. What's good, Tiff? How you doing, Queen? And yeah, like I said, when y'all come in the building, let me know you in the building. We gonna get the show started soon. Loyal to the game, boxing talk, what it is. Salute. 2011 off in the building. What's happening with you? And y'all hit my like button when you come in the building too. And you see it, I know y'all seen my Lakers, 10 long years we've been waiting. And we back. It's all about that late show. It's all about that late show. We back. And you know what I'm saying? We coming for the Miami Heat. Lucia Johnson in the building. What's happening with you, Queen? She say, I think it's dirty to call the fight fixed. I've been, nah. That's the title. See, you got to read what I'm saying. You got to wait for me to cook. That's why I said the haters is calling the fight fixed. She said, I've been hit with gloves, hands is hurt. She said, dude, body had been getting tenderized the entire fight. Yeah, you got to wait for me to cook, Lucia. That's what the haters is saying. The haters is saying the fight is fixed. But we going to get into that. We going to get into these haters. Mike Randall says Heat is 6. I bet you won't put no bread on that. I know you a Lakers hater. You a Lakers hater, but you won't put no bread, little Mike. You won't put no bread on that. Silver 2011 say the Miami Heat Lakers final gonna be great. Oh yeah, you already know. The king is back, and the Lakers is back. Shit, we gonna do it for the late great Kobe Bean Bryant. Oh yeah, Lucia, no doubt. Glenn Chatter off in the building. Glenn Chowder, what's up? All the way from that UK, South Hamilton, what it do? He say it was a good fight. Both congratulations to both of the twins. Oh yeah, you already know. Good weekend, you know. Hey shit. The Charlo brothers showed up and showed out. The Lakers, you know, we back. We back. I've been waiting for this for a long time. It's been a whole bunch of, you know, losing seasons. But we here. We here. You know. You know what King James do? You know King James. You know what he do. Once you get it, you know, he live in the finals. What other player do that? What other player do you know? Once he go to a team, it's automatic that they going to the NBA finals. Y'all can hate and say what you want, but hey, we here. But it's work to do. We still got to whoop up on the Miami Heat, you know, and we gonna do that. Best believe it. And when y'all come in, hit my like button, and we gonna get the show started real soon. Like I said, real soon. Just waiting to, you know, get a couple more people in here, and we gonna get it started off. David Jones, what's good? Coming in from Denver. That Denver, Colorado in the building. Daniel Parr off in the building. What's good? And wait for my man Monty Brown TV to get in the building. We gonna kick the show off for y'all. Let me go ahead and send him this link. Stephen Coney, what's good? Antoine Brown off in the building from that 214. Chevy Boy off in the building. What's good? Daryl Ford, my partner, off in the building from that 520. Yeah. Hold on. How y'all feel about the NBA Finals? You know I gotta ask about that. How do y'all feel about the NBA Finals? The Lakers against the Miami Heat. Who would have ever thought this would be the NBA Finals? I mean, I knew my Lakers was gonna be up in there, but you know the Miami Heat and the Lakers, LeBron going, you know what I'm saying? We could say LeBron going back to Miami. Man, who would have ever thought it was gonna come down like this? LeBron get a championship with the Lakers, beating his old team, Miami Heat. Man, that's legendary shit right there. If it go down like that, that's legendary. Lucas McCain off in the building from that 626. Antoine Brown says Lakers in 6, but he got a real squad. Hey man, that rookie they got, that Tyler Hero, Tyler Hero, man, he can ball. Dude can really ball. And the Lakers gonna have to contain him. The Lakers can't slip up on defense at all. They can't let these shooters get loose on Miami, because Miami got a whole squad that could play. All of them dudes can shoot, you know. But I just think we too much for him, you know. Lucas McCain said he didn't see that finals matchup coming. Nah, not at all. Not at all. You know, we didn't see that. Like, who would have seen that coming? You know, nobody seen that coming. But hey, I can't wait. It's gonna be a great finals, You know, they you know, the Lakers putting a smile on my face because my Dallas Cowboys, they sure ain't doing it. You know, but I already come to expect you know, mediocreness from the Dallas Cowboys. They got a whole lot that they need to clean up in that front office, and they need to get rid of Dak because he can't do it. Antoine Brown says Kuzma got to show up though. Yeah. I don't know where Kuzma. What's going on with that boy? Man, Kuzma, he been slipping. Kuzma, he hasn't played good basically this whole season. Kuzma ain't put up a string of, you know, good games this whole season. Like I was telling my pops, I'm like, man, I think Kuzma just a player. He needs to start. He not a come off the bench player. You know, he can't. Some players is just like that. They need the minutes to be able to get in the game and you know, get hot and stay that way. Kuzma, he's not a player that can come in and out. If we look at Kuzma back when he was starting, that's when he was balling, you know. But soon as they, you know, set Kuzma on the bench and made him, you know, a sixth man or whatnot, he can't play like that. He can't play like that. But waiting for my man Money Brown to get in the building. But you know, shit, we could just go ahead and we gonna start it off. You know, we gonna start it off, and we gonna talk about, you know, the legendary night that took place this weekend. You know, we gonna talk about the legendary night that took place this weekend. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, so man, D Hodges off in the building. What's good with it? What's good with it, man? So yeah, man, let's you said they should have kept Ingram. Oh yeah, your Celtics, man. You know what? I can't stand the Celtics. You know, I'm a diehard Lakers fan, and you already know we don't like the Celtics, but you know, the Celtics, you know, they got a good seat. They got a good seat, you know, at home. They get to lead a bubble, go home, and they get to watch, you know, my Lakers put in work. Once again, it's been 10 long years, but we here now. Robert Drummond, what's good with it in the building? So let's go ahead and, you know, switch it up. Let's talk about what we all here for, you know, what we all want to talk about. And that's, you know, the great pay-per-view cards that was on this weekend. Let's talk about it. You know, let's talk about it. You know, the undercards, man, as far as the undercards, the first string of undercards to me was a lot better than the second string of undercards. You know, it was you know, the first string of undercards was a lot better than the second string of undercards. You know, they had some exciting fights on that first undercard, you know. Hold on. Let me bring my partner Money Brown off in the building. What's good with you, Money?
Key. What's going down, big bro?
Oh man, you already know. Same pimp suit, just reheated. You know, yeah, man. We just getting started. You know, I was talking about, you know, my Lakers in you know, our Lakers, back in it again.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed, man. Show love to them LA boys, man. Look,
yeah,
respect the LeBron, though, man. Like a lot of people hate on him, bro. But look, you can hate him, but you better respect him, man.
Man, I told him, I said, you know, What other player in NBA history can you name that if he get on your squad, you guaranteed to go to the NBA Finals?
Exactly, man. And let me say this: I ain't gonna never lie. When Kobe retired, I fell away from basketball a little bit, right? But I still was right with my Lakers and shit when we got the D'Angelo Russells and the fucking Brandon Ingrams and the ball boy and shit like that. Thinking we finna do something, Julius Randle. We never really came back to what we were supposed to be, and I knew it was a matter of time because we the most the most prestige motherfucking franchise in basketball besides the Celtics. So I knew it was a matter of time before they made a big move. Now I ain't gonna never say that I seen LeBron James coming, but I knew it was a chance. But when he did come, you know what I'm saying, that shit did. I'm like, man, we got LeBron James, and I know the first year didn't look like we were supposed to look. He got hurt and shit like that. But bringing AD over and them boys doing what they doing, and look, I'm the biggest Kobe fan in the world. So when Kobe and LeBron was having a little thing going back and forth, I was on that Kobe train and saying this and that about LeBron, but I always respected LeBron. I always respect him, you know what I mean? So now that he on LA wearing the purple and gold and a man back in the fucking championship, man, you can't do nothing but give that man his respect. The proper respect that he deserves.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Man, like I said, man, we here, and whoever would have thought, like I was saying, the Miami Heat, who would ever thought that we was going, be playing the Miami Heat, Miami Heat, LA Lakers NBA Finals.
It's a series though, man, because Butler, that boy
Right.
called that boy on the mission.
Go ahead and cook right now, real quick. Let me take this phone call.
All right, yeah. So the Butler on the mission, man. I know if y'all ain't into the basketball shit, but the Heat, LeBron go play Miami. We already know what he did in Miami and things like that. So it's all wrapping itself together, man. So I respect LeBron. I respect Jimmy Butler though. Them boys over there, what they did, because the Celtics weren't no easy team to whoop on like that, man. You know what I'm saying? They took them out in 6. They took out Guinness, finna make Guinness ass go somewhere else. Guinness probably joined the Heat after that ass whooping. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happened though. But it's a series, man. It's a series. It's gonna be a tough one. We know the Miami boys can play defense. They tough, they physical. We know LA play physical. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a battle, man. It's gonna be a tug of war. But I do got my Lakers. I'm gonna say in 6, man. I'm gonna get a Heat 2 games. I'm gonna get a Heat 2 games. I'm gonna say they take that bitch in 6. You feel me? But if the Heat's fucking around and let the Lakers steal a game that they're supposed to win, then I'm gonna say 5. You know what I mean? But LeBron is on a mission, man. LeBron is on a mission. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. We already know he on the mission. You seen what other player in their 17th year is playing like that?
Hey,
whoever played like that in their 17th year, still getting triple doubles. What he had, like 38, 16, and 12 or something like that.
Some crazy shit. Come on. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all sent them numbers. I said, God damn.
Come on.
You feel me?
Hey, he wouldn't take it no for an answer. He would not take it no for an answer. But man, Money, let's talk about, what went down this weekend. Like I was saying before you came on, just to touch on the undercards, I thought the undercards for the first pay-per-view, the first half of the pay-per-view was a lot better than the undercards for the second half of the pay-per-view. The fights was much more exciting. I mean, we had Joel Casamara, we had him doing his thing. He showed out and he really showed that he a real problem for INOUE.
Hey, did you see what he said to INOUE?
Yeah, he said he ain't no monster. You gotta fight me.
You better quit playing with my guy like that, though.
Hey, he
he for real though, bro.
Yeah, he on INOUE's helmet. He on his head, he went out and he showed that he's a real force to be reckoned with at that, what's that, 119? 118 in the 118 weight division, right on INOUE's heels. And he showed, that he's a force. He looked real good. He looked real good out there, Then we had Brandon Figueroa, they like to Brandon, you know, they like to downplay him and act like he ain't really shit because he a pretty boy or whatever they want to call him. But he showed that he's a real force to be reckoned with out there, right?
Yes, sir.
Who else we had on?
He became champ, Key. He the new champ. 122 pound super bantamweight champ.
Yeah, we got a new super bantamweight champ in Brandon Figueroa. And then who else was on the on that first? The first was it just
Duke Micah and Casemiro.
Casemiro, yeah. And then
they started off. Then it was who else on that bitch? Oh yeah, my dude. Damn.
I know we missing somebody.
Yeah, it was 3 of them things. It was really 6 fights all together.
But but you know, it was a hell of a night, great card. Let's go ahead and jump into the Jermell Charlo and Sergey Derevyanchenko fight. Let's talk about it. Jermell Charlo, man, he came out. Jermell Charlo came out, man, and he was putting on the show from the very beginning. I mean, he came out and he showed that jab, that powerful jab that he got is a problem. He was controlling the ring very well with his range in that jab. And the thing that I saw, Money, is that although he was using that jab and that jab was very effective for him, I don't even think he used it enough. So and with saying that, I don't think that he doubled up on the jab enough. So with me saying that, it shows you that Jermell Charlo is even more dangerous than we've seen him. He even got a whole lot of room to still grow. Jermell Charlo, man, he came out and he did his thing. I mean, like I said, he beat up Sergey Derevyanchenko. I mean, he beat up Sergey Derevyanchenko. The inside, he beat him up, with them stiff, hard uppercuts. The outside, he controlled the ring. He controlled range with his jab. And he just showed that, he is the top of the echelon when it comes to the middleweight division. We've seen how Gennady Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs struggled with Derevyanchenko. And Derevyanchenko was in tip-top condition. He had a lot of time to let his body rest. He came in there. You've seen him. You've seen the abs. You've seen how the great shape he was in. But Jermell Charlo was just too much for him. And to me, I said this fight was going to go the distance. Everybody was talking shit, talking about how crazy I was. But I told everybody that this fight was going to go the distance. But the thing is that I thought the fight was going to be a lot closer, And Jermell Charlo, he surprised me by how he dominated the fight, in the first half of the fight, even, part of the second half. He was dominating the fight. Sergey Derevyanchenko did start coming on and did start, doing, pressing the action and doing a little bit more in the second half of the fight. But it was too late. It was too late. And Charlo, to me, could have knocked him out. If Charlo had stepped on the gas, if he had stepped on the gas a few times in that fight, I think Jermell Charlo could have got him up out of there. But Jermell Charlo, he chose to, be more cautious. He chose to be smart, and he chose to just, go ahead and get the victory and not really step on the gas. But if he had stepped on the gas, he would have got Derevyanchenko up out of there because he was just too much, too big, too powerful, jab too strong, all of that. Jermell Charlo, really, because a lot of people been saying that, well, he ain't fought nobody. In the 160-pound weight division. He hasn't fought nobody in middleweight yet. That's what a lot of people been saying. Well, we don't know how good he is because he hasn't fought nobody in the middleweight division. Now, you cannot say that, right? Because now he beat the guy. We just gonna say he beat the guy who beat Triple G. Because if you saw the Sergey Derevyanchenko and Triple G fight, he beat Triple G, you know? And he went out there and beat the guy, Sergey Derevyanchenko, who beat Triple G. He did it in great fashion. I mean, he beat him up. You know, if Sergey Derevyanchenko got kids, I mean, his kid's not gonna recognize him. Just like Mike Tyson said, my kid's not even gonna recognize me. You know, just like Mike Tyson said, Sergey Derevyanchenko, if he got kids, his family is not gonna be able to recognize him because he took a beating. You know, he took a beating, but he didn't lay down. Just like I told you, he wouldn't. I told y'all, I said this fight is gonna go 12 because Sergey Derevyanchenko, he's never been knocked out. So what I said, what did I tell y'all? I said, you can't put that jacket on a fighter that's never been knocked out. You can't say that he's going to just go in there and get knocked out when he ain't never been knocked out. So he survived, you know, and he survived fighting. He did lay down, you know, he was fighting the whole way through. But like I said, man, my man Jermell Charlo is a force. And we see now why middleweights like Canelo Alvarez has been avoiding him. We see why Canelo Alvarez has been avoiding him. Canelo don't want no test like that. And what I mean like that is, I mean a fighter that is real 50-50 fight that you have a real chance of losing to. So Canelo, you know, he wants to go up and down in weights and pick and choose opponents that he know that he can beat. Because you get in the ring with Jermell Charlo, you got a real chance of losing, you know, and you just might get killed. You know, you just might get killed. What you got on that money?
Listen, man. Listen. I told everybody, Key. Take everything they own, from their socks to their shoes, their drawers, their shirts, the rent money, the car note money, the phone bill money. I told y'all, man, take everything you got and place it on Jermell Charlo. It was a fucking steal in Vegas, man. It was a steal. Whenever you can get a motherfucker, listen, that shit was almost 100 for 100, bro. You feel me? That was shit, you almost doubling your money, and it was like I knew it was a hit. I knew it, bro. Like I knew the styles. I knew what Jermell possessed. I knew what Jermell was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And he went out there and just proved me right. Salute the Derevyanchenko for making it, but fuck that. Maul whooped his ass. When every motherfucker was saying, "Oh, you know this gonna be that. This gonna be this." Oh, people was talking about Maul gonna do. Maul went out there and beat that boy ass, man. He went out there and beat that boy ass, man. That boy jab is like a fucking right hand. The jab was like a right hand. That shit was knocking his head back, busting his ass open. And man, and he kept using that bitch. Now he could go down, stick it downstairs a little bit more. If he was sticking that jab downstairs a little bit more, like Charlo hit that boy right there because he had it, he probably could have stopped him, you know. But nonetheless, but wait a minute, I do give Derevyanchenko credit because he is a tough motherfucker. Now that boy tough because he took some fucking shots. He took some shots. That uppercut was just like a fucking heat seeker. That motherfucker was nailing his ass. You know what I mean? And Derevyanchenko landed some little shots on Maul show that he had a bird. You know, but man, overall, man, Maul went in there and threw that boy ass up. That boy looked pretty at the end. You know what I mean? Derevyanchenko shit was just busted up, swollen. No, his face was on hurt mode. You know what I mean? On hurt mode. So, man, I'm looking at it like I'm just looking at Maul work, bro. That shit was beautiful, man. It was beautiful, and like I say, he showed a different aspect to me, bro. To where I used to like this me, y'all. I used to thought Canelo had the edge against Jermell Charlo. I did. I used to thought, but now that's a 50-50 fight. Because Canelo's still a bad motherfucker. He's still bad. He can fight his ass off. But Jermell just showed that he's on that level, man. He's on that level, you know. And he step up when the best competition in the ring with him, he step up to the plate. He step up to the plate. We can talk about all these you know, these up and coming cats who they just put in the ring. Motherfuckers want to talk about Brandon Adams. He did, you know, all that shit, Corey Ball. But when he in there with his best competition, that man step up to the plate and get the job done, bro. You know what I mean? So they thrive off that shit, bro. Now, the ones who be saying, oh, you know, he ain't the real WBC champion, what y'all gonna say now, bro? Because Derevchenko, like you say, Keith, that boy whooped Triple G ass. He whooped him. He whooped Triple G. But I also knew Triple G needed, like Triple G is just, he stands still. And that gave Derevchenko all the chance to land them shots on his ass. And because Triple G just want to go to war with you. You hit me, I hit you. We gonna see who got the best power. If you knock my ass out, okay. But if I catch you, I'm gonna knock your ass out. But I knew Mel was gonna keep that distance, use that jab, and the jab was gonna be the key. He set up shit beautiful off the jab, hooked off the jab, but the uppercut, man, the uppercut was just deadly, bro, deadly. But the jab was the key, bro. He busted his ass up. He kept working on that eye, and once he got to busting them eyes up, Sergey, he was done, bro. He was done. He fought off Ford and Will to stay to the end. But other than that, man, Maul just he boxed beautifully, and he deserved all the credit and praise that he getting, bro. And them Charlo boys showed up and showed out.
Man, they showed up and showed out. Let me get through some of let me get to some of y'all comments. Let me see. Let me see, man. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get down to some of y'all comments. Daniel Parr says we need that Canelo fight. Oh, no doubt. Let me see. Pristine, I see you in the building. Antoine Brown says worse than GGG and Jacobs did. Yeah, man, he put a beating on that man. Ronald Finkley off in the building. I see you. Let me see. Silver 2011 says he say I thought Jermel. He says I thought the Jermel fight was gonna be closer, but he completely dominated majority of the fight. I mean Jermel fight. He said he thought the Jermel fight was gonna be closer. Yeah, I did too. You know, I thought it was gonna be closer. I had Jermel winning, but I thought it was gonna be a lot closer. Jupiter B in the building. What's good with it? Ronald says Jermell Charlo is third on my pound for pound list. Game over. Yeah, we gonna get into that too. We just started. You know what I'm saying? We just heating up. He's heating up. KP from KC5. What's good? He say salute Keon and Money. What's happening with it? Silver 2011 says he had a better performance than Gennady and Jacobs against Chinko. Yeah, he did. KP from KC5 says Maul beat the dog shit out of Derby and Chinko. Ronald says Jermell Charlo got big dogs. Now I see a Canelo fight in the making. I don't think Canelo know what he's doing, man. Canelo gonna duck that smoke and keep ducking it. You know. Let me see. David Jones, what's good with it? Let me see. Cassandra Mason off in the building. What's happening with it, Queen? She says, hey, what's up, chat? She says, getting in here late. Yeah, I wanted to hear everyone's opinion about the fight. They trying to discredit Maul. And we going to get into all of that. Daniel Parr says, killed him this weekend. Daniel Parr, he be, you know, he a bet man too, you know. He be laying that bread on the line, these fights. I see you, Daniel. Coach says, but we're not asking why the model Pecco is fighting everybody, but he says, but can't get a fight with the big guys, and he only had 17 fights, and that was including Saturday. Let me see. Coach says, why he fight everybody and Charlo don't fight nobody? That works for me. He's 17 fights, but he fought Triple G. I don't know what he mean. Let me see. James Johnson off in the building. What's good? Antoine Brown, he says, only thing I want him to do more is work the body and use the hook more. Daniel Parr says odds on Maul fight went from 130 to 289. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Mine, what I saw, where I was betting that, man, the odds started at like I think it was like a 130. I think it was 130 and it went to 200, a negative 200. So them odds jumped, them odds had jumped up, at the, late. Cassandra Mason says, facts, Maul beat that boy. He beat that boy. Everybody know he beat that boy. Ronnie J. Melvin, what's good with it? Steve Nolan, he says he ducking Jacobs. Who ducking Jacobs? Man, y'all crazy, man. But yeah, man, Jermell is a real force to be reckoned with. Like I said, I see Jermell right next. He gonna probably fight Chris Eubank because we already know, Canelo ain't gonna make that fight. Canelo made a list of fighters that was on his list that he wanted to fight, and his list consisted of Billy Joe Saunders. It consisted of what's the other dude? The other UK dude. What's the other UK dude? Money. What's the other dude? The tall dude. And the other champ.
Oh, Patrick Cesaro?
No, not him.
It's about 160.
Huh? Yeah, the UK cat.
Caleb
Smith. It was Caleb Smith, Billy Joe Saunders. I think he did say no, it wasn't Patrick Cesaro. It was Caleb Smith, Billy Joe Saunders. Who else did he say? Avram, the dude that he's trying to fight right now. And one other person, but it didn't include Jermell Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. So Canelo Alvarez, when he put his list out of the fighters that he wants to fight, it didn't include Jermell Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. So he pretty much telling you that he's not going to fight them. He's not going to fight Jermell Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. So we already know what that's about. So Jermell Charlo is going to have to, he going to have to go and he going to have to get probably next. He probably going to go ahead and get my man. I just said his name, man. I'm losing my damn train of thought. My man, man, what's his name?
Oh, bro, say it again.
I just said his name, man. I'm tripping right now. Chris Eubank. Yeah, he's gonna have to go ahead and get Chris Eubank up out of there because that's probably the next fight that's gonna happen is Jermell Charlo and Chris Eubank. That's what I'm seeing, and then he's not gonna be able to get a Canelo fight. So and then he let's see the fight with him and Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade got a belt over there on the DAZN side. I think Demetrius Andrade got the WBA belt.
Demetrius Andrade, I got
WBO, WBA, same thing. He got the WBO belt over there. Let him go fight Demetrius Andrade. Even though Demetrius Andrade don't have a huge name, I think he could maybe get a big payday. And that's a hell of a fight. That's a hell of a fight right there. I think if you ask me in 160-pound division, I think those are the top two right there. Jermell Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, right? Jermell Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. And also, we got to put Jermell Charlo in the top 10 pound for pound. We got to put him because look at his resume at 154. If you got Terrence Crawford pound for pound, right, and you compare their resumes, look at Jermell Charlo's, right, and we ain't even got to Jermell yet, but look at Jermell Charlo's resume at 154. Look who he beat at 154. Now he's moved up another weight class, and he's beat one of the top three, right, middleweights in the division. You got to put Jermell Charlo in the top 10 pound for pound. That's what y'all saying, right? Y'all saying a guy that can move up and move up in weight and still dominate. What he showed you that he's moved up in weight and he still dominate. Right? So get Triple G up out of there and move Jermell Charlo in that top 10 pound for pound. right? So we got to put Jermell Charlo in the top 10 pound for pound because he showed you that he can dominate in 2 weight classes. Simple as that. You got to put him there. You know, let me see. James Johnson says Canelo wants the bigger guys because he can get away with the steroids. Hey, shit, you might be right. Let me see. Jay Cooley off in the building. What it do? Mike Rhyme off in the building. He says bum ass Demetrius Andrade. Man, we all know Demetrius Andrade. He ain't fighting nobody. You know.
He ain't no bomb though. He crazy.
But nah, he ain't no bomb at all. He I don't like the dude, but he ain't no bomb. Demetrius Andrade is he to me is between Jermell Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. They the best 2 at middleweight. It is. But I think Jermell Charlo, he either, you know, he'll fight Chris Eubank. I think he'll go ahead and, you know, beat Chris Eubank in excellent fashion. And then I think Jermell Charlo might move up. I think he might move up because I don't know if he's going to be able to get that Demetrius Andrade fight because we all know DAZN and how they doing business over there. And them guys that fight over there on DAZN, they not allowed to go on another platform and fight. And with all of the, you know, shit going down at DAZN right now, I don't see Jermell Charlo going over there on DAZN and fighting Demetrius Andrade. Right? I don't see that happening. So I see Jermell Charlo, you know, moving up to 160 next year sometime. The Brotherhood off in the building. He says, that's fucked up what they did to your channel, Money. I think Money back up and running. Money Brown, his channel back up and running now, right?
My live ain't running. I got my channel. They took my live, man. They gave me a they notified me today, man, talking about they can't overrule the decision and shit. You know what I mean? Like, y'all took my live stream for posting a damn name and a title.
So did they take your? Did they take your? They took your. You
no,
talking
about my live
stream or your YouTube?
They took my Instagram and my YouTube. I get my Instagram back tomorrow though, but my YouTube, yeah, they blocked me on live, man, for 90 days for some bullshit, man. I just had the title. Didn't have no pictures. Didn't show no pictures. Didn't have no audio. You know what I mean? Just talking to fight. And these motherfuckers gave me they gave me two copyright infringements and straight blocked my live stream for 90 days. I filed a little complaint, but they talking about they couldn't overturn it and shit. So they tell me I won't be able to go live until December, man. Some bullshit.
That's some bullshit, man. YouTube, they be on that bullshit. We know that. YouTube, they got a lot of shit on my account that they need to fix, and it's just some bullshit.
Yeah, man. But let me say this though, I will be dropping videos on y'all, so y'all continue to subscribe to Money Brown TV. I just won't be live, but they ain't gonna stop me, man. I'm gonna be jumping through the bros live streams, so y'all will catch me all over. I'll still be on YouTube, man, on all the bros live streams.
Yeah. So y'all make sure that y'all still go subscribe and support to Money Brown TV because he's still gonna be doing this thing. You know, he just not gonna be live for a while, but you know, you can catch him here and you can catch him, you know, shit all over the LDBC platform and doing his thing. You know, Curtis Anderson, what's good? You know, the boxing god, the boxing historian off in the building. What's good with you, Kurt? Ronald Finkley says T-Bud finishing on the dock. He say finishing on the dock of the bay. It's a wrap for him. Let me see. The Brotherhood says I got Jamal number 7. Yeah, he said Jermel number 5. And we're gonna get into that right now. Mr. Reds J off in the building. He says Andrade far from a bum. He's been calling out the Charlos for years. I like the Charlos better, but Andrade want that smoke. We'll see. You know, Blue Blood TV off in the building. What's good with you? What's happening with it? And you know, and like we always do, soon as this live is over, we going straight over to Blue Blood Sports TV, you know, and watch him do his thing like he do every day. And that's what we do every day. Every day we come on and then we go over to Blue Blood Sports TV.
Salute to the big bro Blue Blood, man. That's
yes, sir. Right there. Sebastian says Canelo will put both of the Charlos to sleep the same night. Yeah, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you say to somebody when you know they telling the lie and you know they don't believe what they saying they self. You look at it, you be like, oh yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? To the side, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but yeah, I hear you. Let me see. If that was the case, he would have been fought him. You know what I'm saying? Blue Blood, he said, y'all come on the show today. Yeah, we'll be right there. We'll be on there. So, like I said, and y'all go over to Blue Blood Sports TV, like I tell y'all every single day after, doing my show. And we gonna be over there cooking, and we gonna, join Blue Blood in on his panel today also. Antoine Brown says, stop the BS. Canelo couldn't even drop Triple G. Jacobs, but I think he will stop Charlo. He says, stop it, man. Stop it for real. Battle Rifle in the building. So let's go ahead and let's get into it, okay? Let's get into the main event. We had two main events. Let's get into Jermell Charlo. Jermell hit Jermell Charlo, right? Jermell Charlo, right? Man, money. Jermell Charlo, man, hell of a fight. Jermell Charlo and Jeison Rosario, man, hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight between them two. Hell of a fight, man. I said before this fight happened, I picked Jermell Charlo to get the stoppage. And I put up my fight. I actually picked the round that he would get the stoppage in. I put up the ticket for everybody to see, so y'all couldn't say I was lying about, the round. I picked the rounds that Jermell Charlo would get the stoppage in. And before this fight happened, me and Money cooked on it. And we both picked Jermell Charlo to get Jeison Rosario up out of there, right? In the, mid to later rounds. But this is the thing. I told y'all that we really didn't know what to expect from Jeison Rosario. I think Money, he had agreed to this also. We were saying we really didn't know what to expect from Jeison Rosario because Jeison Rosario had never really had a full training camp. He had never really had a full training camp. So we talked about how when a fighter, gets a full training camp, they better, they could take punches better, everything. So we didn't really know what to expect from Jeison Rosario coming into this fight. But give me 1 second, y'all. Let me fix this camera real quick, acting up a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, so we didn't really know what to expect from Jeison Rosario, because we hadn't seen a lot from Jeison Rosario, especially on that top level. We seen Jeison Rosario go in there and do his thing when he got up when he got J-Rock up out of there. But the thing is, when Jeison Rosario fought J-Rock, we saw holes in his game. It was a very close fight. J-Rock was giving Jeison Rosario some problems before, before Jeison Rosario just basically bullied him. And it was basically who can take whose power. And we saw in that J-Rock fight that Jeison Rosario was just too strong for J-Rock. J-Rock's chin could not hold up to Jeison Rosario's power. So we already knew that Jeison Rosario had power. He had that devastating power that could get you up out of there. But one thing I did tell y'all, if y'all remember, I told you that the reason I'm picking Jermell Charlo to beat and get Jeison Rosario up out of there, I said, because if it comes down to a battle of who got the strongest chin, I said once it comes down to that battle, I said that Jeison Rosario is not going to be able to hurt Jermell Charlo. I said, we know that Jermell Charlo has a super strong chin. We had never seen Jermell Charlo hurt like that, right? We ain't never seen Jermell Charlo hurt, but we had seen Jeison Rosario hurt on several occasions, right? So I said, if it comes down to it, that he's not going to be able to hold up, right, behind Jermell's punching power, right, when it comes down to it. So let's go ahead and get into the fight and break the fight down. I'm gonna keep it 100. Okay, so the first round we seen Jermell Charlo get a knockdown, more of a flash knockdown. I think Jeison Rosario was going back, and he got hit in the temple. His leg got caught up under the ropes and he fell. You know, some people say it was a knockdown, some people say he slipped, but you got to call it a knockdown because when he went down, Jermell Charlo landed a shot. He landed a shot on the top of the head. Jeison Rosario went down. I don't think that he was too hurt from that shot. He got back up, and when he got up, you know, he showed that he was game. You know, Drew Tightenoff in the building. What's good? Big Drew. Yeah, when he got up, he showed he was game. You dig what I'm saying? He showed he was game. And Jeison Rosario was looking very good in that fight. You know, let's just keep it a buck. Jeison Rosario, he started pressing Jermel Charlo. And for a minute, I even had text my man Money, and I said, hey, Jeison Rosario, he's starting to rack up some rounds against Jermel, right? But I was telling my partner that was over the crib watching the fight, I said, look, Jermel Charlo is being real patient right now. I said, so Jermel Charlo ain't going to get tired, right? I was telling my partner, I said, Jermel ain't going to get tired. I said, so it's only a matter of time before he hurts Jeison Rosario, right? I said, it's only a matter of time because Jermel, he's in tip-top condition all the time. So during the later rounds, Jermel only gets stronger. He's not one of them front runners that's just going to wear down throughout the fight. He only going to get stronger. So Jeison Rosario, he was giving Jermel Charlo some problems. And I noticed that Jermel Charlo felt his power. You know what I'm saying? We just going to keep it a buck. Jermel Charlo definitely felt Jeison Rosario's power because if you notice, Jermel Charlo, when they would start to engage, Jermel Charlo was doing the smart thing, and he would grab Jeison Rosario and he would wrap him up and hold him, right? To make Jeison Rosario have to reset, right? So Jermel Charlo wasn't just trying to walk through Jeison Rosario power like that. He was smart and he found out pretty early, like, this dude got some pop. So I'm just not finna, you know, just get reckless and just trade with him and throw wild shots. So Jermel Charlo showed me that he had great ring IQ. You know, he was smart. He knew how powerful he was. So, you know, and that's ring IQ. When he's smart, he started wrapping Jeison Rosario up and making Jeison Rosario reset. Jeison Rosario showed that he is a force to be reckoned with. But like I said, if you going tit for tat with Jermel Charlo, you're not going to hurt Jermel Charlo. And if he does feel your power, his ring IQ is smart enough to know that he's going to have to wrap you up. It's little things like that that makes Jermel Charlo a great fighter inside that ring. Little things like that you know, hey, it's boxing. Some dudes, you're not going to be able to just walk through their power like that. So you got to do different things and you got to know to wrap them up, you know. But for a while, if you watching the fight, for a while, Jeison Rosario was walking down Jermel Charlo. He was walking down Jermel Charlo, and he was giving him a lot of problems because Jeison Rosario, we found out that he could box. We found out that he could box. He got a strong jab, and he has power, right? And he has power. So right there, that lets you know that Jermel Charlo was in the ring with a fucking killer. He was in the ring with a real beast. And Jeison Rosario, when he went in there and destroyed J-Rock, it let you know that it was not no fluke, right? But the strong is going to survive. And in the 6th round, we've seen Jermel Charlo being patient, having a high ring IQ that he does. He finally caught Jeison Rosario once again. He caught him, and when he caught him, he hurt him. When he caught him, he hurt him. And the only thing that saved Jeison Rosario in that 6th round was the bell, because Jeison Rosario was through. He was done. You know what I'm saying? He was done. By the time in that 6th round, when Jermell Charlo caught Jeison Rosario, I think it was a temple shot. Forgot what shot it was. When he caught him in the 6th round, Jeison Rosario was done. At that point is when you knew that he had fucked up, and he knew that he had fucked up, pressing Jermell Charlo, right? Showing that basically getting overzealous, pressing Jermell Charlo, forgetting that he was in the ring with somebody that had punching power and that could bang just like he could, right? And it was only a matter of time. I knew it was only a matter of time. Jeison Rosario slipped up, and bam! Mama, there goes that man again. Mama, there goes that Mel again. And Mel caught him, and Jeison Rosario was through. And the only thing that saved him was the bell. The only thing that saved him was the bell. Then Jeison Rosario, he came out in the 7th round, and I believe that he recovered, and he made that 7th round a close round. It was a very close round. He came out, he started pressing Jermel Charlo again. He was still showing Jermel Charlo some problems, having total disregard to Jermel Charlo's punching power. And that round was a close round. The 8th round came. I think it was the 8th round when he got the knockout, Money Brown, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the 8th round came, and Jermel Charlo, he did exactly what I said he should have been doing. My man Ralph, I don't know if he ain't on here today. I think he might be working or something. He ain't on here right now, but he usually in the chat. I told my man Ralph why the fight was going on. I said, Ralph, Jermel Charlo needs to start going down to the body with the straight jab. I said he needs to jab to the body because Jeison Rosario is open to the jab to the body. I said he needs to start sticking that jab to the body and freezing him. Because if you don't know boxing, you need to know that that's why Floyd Mayweather uses that straight jab to the body a lot. Because what it does is it freezes you, right? And it opens you up for other shots. But Jermel Charlo, he went to the jab to the head, and then he went down to the body, right? And I said he should have been doing that the whole time, right? And it's funny because as soon as I started yelling for him to go down with the jab to the body, that's exactly what he did. Bam! He caught him in the right place. And it looks like when he caught him, Jermel Charlo, Jeison Rosario, it looked like he had a seizure or something. I don't know if he knocked the wind out of him, but whatever he did, he caught him in the exact spot. And if you get hit in the body in the right spot, it's going to do that to you. You can't breathe, and you're going to react different. You're going to react different. And for all these haters out here saying, I even seen Team Crawford's team, a few cats from his team came out talking about that the fight was fixed. I see fans, just haters all over talking about the fight was fixed. If the fight was fixed, Jeison Rosario had a whole lot of chances to basically bluff and act like he was out of there. If the fight was fixed, Jeison Rosario would have never got up from that the knockdown in the 6th round. So you motherfuckers need to act like you got half of a brain. If the fight was fixed, Jeison Rosario would have never got up from the knockdown in the 6th round. He could have easily stayed down from that knockdown, which looked a lot more vicious than the knockdown or the knockout that left him down. If he wanted to have it fixed, he could have did it then. So use half of a fucking brain, act like you got half of a brain. And it's crazy, we always got haters. No matter what you do, they not going to give you credit. Haters ain't going to give you no motherfucking credit, no matter what you do. Win, lose, or draw, they not going to give you no credit. The Charlo brothers, no matter how much they dominated, they wouldn't going to get no credit. They was making excuses for Jermell Charlo's win. Talking about, there was Triple G's leftovers. He was already done. Derevyanchenko was already done because of what Triple G did. Y'all some pure clowns. but we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. You know, a hater, you know, they never gonna be a stand-up man and just be like, hey, you know, I was wrong. He was the better man. He did his thing. And hit my like button. Why are y'all in here and you ain't hit my like button yet? Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel on YouTube, go over to YouTube and subscribe to Everything Boxing and Sports on YouTube, right? Subscribe to the channel on YouTube and hit my like button. And subscribe to Money Brown TV. Right after you subscribe to my channel, go over to Money Brown TV and subscribe to his channel, because it don't make no sense. All we doing is we breaking down boxing. Ain't no reason you shouldn't subscribe, and it ain't no reason you shouldn't hit the like button. Unless you one of these haters that we talking about, then, you know, stay the fuck on. Get over there. You know, move around somewhere. But man, like I said, man, it's the haters is gonna hate. You dig? Jermel and Jamal, they here. And I'm gonna let my man Money Brown cook on this, and then we gonna get into pound for pound. We gonna get into pound for pound, and we gonna get into that. But let me get into these comments real quick. Champ Ross, what it is, Champ Ross. I got my boy Money Brown. He wants to join the league. He want to join the fantasy league. So I'm gonna have him send you a friend request on Facebook. And then I'm gonna have him inbox you, and you can give him the rundown on the fantasy boxing league, because he want to join. And everybody, you know, that's in here, if you interested in the fantasy boxing league, go add my man Champ Ross on Facebook, and you know, y'all can get into that fantasy boxing league. Let me see. Antoine Brown says, I think I read that one already. Battle Rifle in the building. Let me see. Sebastian says they not on Canelo's level. I mean, I hear you, man. whatever you know that make you feel better. Curtis Anderson says Rosario was too crude of a fighter. Charlo used his aggression against him. He was being set up and didn't even know it. Yeah, that's that ring IQ and being there, knowing that it's only a matter of time before he fuck up and I catch him. You know, he knew it. Charlo's ring IQ, you know, was too much for him. He knew, like, it's only a matter of time. And another thing, Charlo's conditioning and him staying in shape and knowing that he's going to eventually wear down. He going to slow down, and I'm only going to get stronger. Marlon So Icy Sims off in the building. He says, yes, the dude can punch. J.A. Dixon says, salute. Some people were trying to say Mel was holding because he didn't know what to do. Nah, man, that's ring IQ. You got a man that's punching like a motherfucking bull, right? It's different tactics. It's boxing. It's different things that you got to do, you know, to slow him down and to make him have to reset. Rosario was falling more than cutting the ring off. He says in his opinion. Jupiter B says Jermel didn't go overboard with the holding. Nah, not at all. He only did it when it was necessary. You know, he says just enough to get out the way and frustrate him a bit. Made him get more aggressive, which Mel wanted. Yeah. Mike Rhymes says he was using the Floyd Mayweather jab to the stomach real early. Nice body work. That's why the jab to the midsection got him, because he already softened it up. Calvin Johnson says, salute, King. He says, I like they stayed off the ropes. He says, he liked how he stayed off the ropes and fought. He says, good fight until the knockout. TZ Frank off in the building. Salute to you. Daniel Parr says, I'm about the Budholics talking about Crawford going to 54 to fight Mel. Crawford to get his motherfucking ass hurt. He better stay where he at, because he'll get hurt. You know what I'm saying? KP from KC5 off in the building. He says Floyd hit Corrales with that all night, then left the hook upstairs. Jupiter B. Crawford said it was fixed. Crawford didn't say it was his. Some of Crawford's family members were saying it was fixed. Crawford didn't come out and straight up say it was fixed, but he kind of put some emojis, you know, sit like acting like it was fixed. And then his family came out right afterwards and said the fight was fixed. So, you know, I mean, like I said, haters is gonna hate. Cassandra Mason says, thank you. That was not a dive. These people need to cut it for real. You need to cut it. Jupiter Beach, he says, if you look up solar plex strikes, it causes spasms due to the nerve in that location. He says disturbs the breathing and causes pain receptors to go off. He says that's exactly what happened to Rosario. And Rosario spoke afterwards, you know. He gave Jermell Charlo all of the credit, and he said he'll be back. You know, he ain't make no excuses. He knew what it was. And hit the like button, like the Queen Cassandra Mason say. Melanin popping off in the building. What's good? Curtis Anderson says clinching is a defensive mechanism used against aggressive fighters. All hail Frazier 120. He says Ali held Frazier 122 times in the second fight. And there you could hear it from right there from the boxing historian, the boxing god, Kurt Anderson. Yeah, go ahead and cook money. Cook on that, you know, the situation before we get into the pound for pound. And let me take this phone call.
All right, I want people to know this, man. They always trying to say somebody took a dive, right? So if this man taking a dive, do y'all see the fucking punches he was swinging in the ring trying to catch Jermell Charlo with? So you mean to tell me a man taking a dive, swinging that fucking hard, trying to knock a motherfucker out, but he taking a dive? Like, cut the shits, man. You know what I mean? Get credit where credit is due, man. Get credit where credit is due. A man that's a unified world champion, right? He fucking unified world champion. Let this sink in for a minute. He the unified fucking world champion. If he beat Jermell Charlo, he the #1 cat at the motherfucking 154-pound division. That means bigger checks for him. Bigger checks. They can't pay him enough money to take away what he could get in the future. It ain't enough money that they can pay him. So you mean to tell me he go where he at right now, young like he is, got pride, he go take a fucking dive to Jermell Charlo, who he said is arguably the #1 fight in the division, knowing that's gonna put him in the history books, knowing that's gonna give him 3 scraps, 1 away from undisputed. People gotta think, man. People just be talking sometimes. They just be talking sometimes to try to discredit, bro. Go look at the fight. Look how hard Rosario was swinging, trying to get a knockout. So that man swinging that fucking hard, trying to knock Mel motherfucking noodles out his head, and he taking a dive. Yeah, okay. And for the people who do this and like who talking about he clenching, that's smart boxing, bro. It's smart. I get pissed off because some fighters don't clinch. The first fight with Duke Micah and Casemiro. Duke Micah hurt like a fuck, but he refused to grab. And I'm yelling at the TV, why don't you just grab him, bro? You know what I mean? That is a fucking, like, it's part of boxing, bro. It's part of boxing. Like, you stand up here, you know a motherfucker hit hard. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap your ass up. And guess what? That's what it did. It frustrated him. Male frustrated him, made him reset. And you can tell because he kept coming harder and harder, just got to swinging harder and harder. You know what I mean? Every time he get close, Mel will wrap his ass up, turn him, bag back out, find your range of distance. It's smart boxing. You don't just sit up there and go toe-to-toe with a big-ass puncher. And Mel sat down with him at times when they were swinging and trying to catch each other. So I guess that was taking a dive on him. Okay. But, man, listen. Mel Charlo, bro. Mel Charlo. That man displayed a different set of patience in there because when he hurt him in the first round, I thought he was going to go crazy trying to knock him out. But he showed patience, and that showed that he was on his game. You know what I mean? And he saw like, okay, this motherfucker still got it. It's just the first round. Don't go overboard. And salute to Derrick James for that. So when he caught him, I thought it was behind the head a little bit. It was on the side, but behind the head a little bit. But nonetheless, it went down. You know, but salute to Rosario because he got up and showed resilience. You know, he kept coming. He made it a little rough and tough, but he made it exciting as well. He went out on the shield like a real champion's supposed to do. But Mel went in our man, boxed beautifully, worked the jab, kept turning him, making him reset. You feel me? Sat down and banged when he was supposed to bang. And eventually he let it come to him. He didn't rush nothing. He let it come to him. And the second drop down was just a beautiful counter shot, man. He timed him so perfect and caught him. And I was like, and I'm with you, Key. If it weren't for that, the clock to save Rosario in that 6th round, the man was dead. The man was dead because that was an equilibrium shot, noodly legs. The boy was done. You know what I mean? He was. I thought he was so done to where I was telling Mel to go jump on him right in the 7th round because I thought he didn't recover yet. He did, but he came out. He showed resilience. He came out fight, and like he said, he made that 7th round close. He arguably could have won it. You know what I'm saying? He kept bringing the pressure, kept bringing the pressure. But I knew about him, like he said, I knew about him continue to bring that pressure. He was turning a little bit. Rosario was turning a little bit because he came in big as fuck. He was way bigger than Mel. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
was.
He was big as fuck. And I'm looking at him like, that motherfucker big as fuck. You know, I said, more like he can be at 160 right now. But Mel just stayed patient, bro. Picked him apart, landing the right shots. And in the second half, he did what he had to do, bro. He was turning his ass out, even wrapping him up, making him have to wrestle out the little holes and clinches and shit that were on you. You know what I mean? And him himself, he was trying to use his body weight on Mel, trying to push him back to the ropes and try to get his shit off, but Mel never let him do it. He never let him do it. So coming out in the 8th round, like Kurt say, he threw the thing to the top. Because first of all, when he came out in the 8th, he was so amped. Rosario, he was so amped that he forgot to put his mouthpiece in. So I'm like, yeah, he rushing too much. He just rushing. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, Mel set him up. And if you see his body, it was so wide open to where he was relaxed. You know, sometimes these boxers take punches to the body, they harden their stomach up and shit. He was just lax, bro. He came out, he thought it was up top. He didn't expect it to come down low. And Mel stuck it up top where he put his gloves up like a blinding jab. He put his gloves up and the body was just wide open, bro. He stuck it in the right place. Bro. And that motherfucker knocked the air. The man, listen, when it happened, I was surprised. I'm like, damn, is he finna die? Like, I was seriously worried for the man. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? But man, Mel put it in the right place. And Floyd always said, and I ain't gonna say it's a Floyd Mayweather jab because that's a jab and punch, but Floyd do use the jab. So I'm seeing people saying Floyd Mayweather jab. It ain't a Floyd Mayweather jab. It's just a solar plex jab that Floyd used. You know what I mean? But Floyd always said you stick it right there and it sucked the air out your ass. And Mel stuck it right there and it sucked the air out of that man. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? He was able to get up and recover and everything is okay because that shit looked a little spooky, you know what I mean? So it was a beautiful shot, man. And Mel doing shit that other fighters not doing, man. He knocking cats out in the 1st round. He knocking cats out with jabs to the body. You know what I mean? He coming back, knocking cats out for his title. Like, the man is a fucking superstar, bro. And I can't wait to see the next ringside with the line because he gonna be on. You know what I mean? Jermel is gonna be like, he turned himself into a pound for pound star. He turned himself into a pound for pound star, and he go turn himself into a pay-per-view star. You know what I mean? And that was a beautiful performance from him. I'm rocking with the Charlos, bro. And salute the Mel, salute them all, man. They put on for Houston. Them boys deserve to be on the pound for pound list, and them boys deserve their respect, man. But go ahead, Keith.
All right, man. No doubt. Yeah, you got to put him there. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna do now is we gonna let's pull up the pound for pound list.
Cassandra, he doing all right. He spoke Cassandra. He doing A-okay. You know, he took an ass whooping before. He a grown man.
You go ahead and continue. I'm pull up this pound for pound list.
Yeah, she was talking about has anybody heard from Rosario and how he's doing? He's doing A-okay. You know, feelings probably be a little hurt, but nonetheless, he got paid. He got paid big dog money. You know, so his ass will be all right. You know, but I salute him. Gotta give him his credit. You know what I mean? Gotta give him his credit. The man came in, he went out on the shield like a warrior. You know? Yeah, but money may be highlighting that punch. Yeah, no doubt, all pro. I never said that he didn't use it, but it ain't a Floyd Mayweather punch. Like people say Floyd shoulder roll. It's the Philly shell. It ain't a Floyd shoulder roll. Floyd used it. You know what I mean? He mastered that motherfucker. But it's the Philly shell to me. You know what I mean? That's been in boxing. And I look at Floyd as my GOAT, but I keep boxing. He sent out some tweets. He's okay. Say Young Murray, what's going down, champ? He said, Cassandra, I think he's real.
Money. What you want to go with? We got this is we got different pound for pound lists. Everybody know we got ESPN, we got Box Rec, we got let me see, we got hold on. We got We got Boxing Writers Association, and we got the Ring.
You got the ring. Go with the ring.
Go with the Ring. Okay, we're gonna go with the Ring, pound for pound. See what we got. Hold on. The Ring. All right. Let me see. Let me share this on the screen. Let me see. Okay. Is it up? Can y'all see it? Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So here we go. We got the Ring magazine, right? Ring magazine, pound for pound. They got Canelo Alvarez #1. They got Vasil Lomachenko #2. We got Inoue #3. Terrence Crawford #4. Usyk #5. We got Gennady Golovkin.
I forget Errol Spence.
My bad. We got Errol Spence at 6. We got Gennady Golovkin at 7. Juan Estrada at 8. Artur Beterbiev at 9. And Manny Pacquiao at 10. Okay, so Jermell and Jermell Charlo, they need to be somewhere in this, right? Because Jermell Charlo already proved that he can dominate at 2 different weight classes, right? Look at his resume at 154, and then he just got done fighting one of the top 3 fighters at 160. So now he didn't prove that he can dominate in 2 different weight classes. So we're going to start with Jermell, right? We're going to start with Jermell. Manny Pacquiao need to be up. So we keeping Manny Pacquiao in there. So who we taking out?
Nah, Manny Pacquiao need to be off.
You don't think that Manny Pacquiao should be on the pound for pound list?
Because Manny Pacquiao, to me, right, he I put Pacquiao and Floyd in their own situation, right? I don't want to put him on a pound for pound. Like, even when we talk about the fighters at the welterweight, I don't even put him in that category because he the money man. I look at him as the money man, and he on his way out the door. You know what I'm saying? And I understand he's the welterweight champion. Don't get me wrong, but he's on his way out the door. He like a legend right now. You gotta give him his credit. Pacquiao a legend. So like he's standing in his own class right now, even though he's there trying to fight Conor McGregor, which pissed me the fuck off. But he in his own class. I'm taking Pacquiao. I'm taking Triple G, and I like Juan Estrada, but I might be taking Juan Estrada off as well.
So you said you taking Pacquiao off. Let me see. I'm trying to make this bigger for y'all. Okay. Can you see it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so you taking Pacquiao off. You taking Juan Estrada off. And who else you said?
Triple G.
And Triple G off of the okay. For me, I'm gonna keep Pacquiao on there, right? I gotta take Juan Estrada off. And I sure in the hell got to take Triple G off, right? So if we keep Pacquiao on there, we'll just leave Pacquiao right there at 10 where he's at, right? So Artur Beterbiev, he 15-0, 15 KOs, and he beat, he beat some say the next best guy at light heavyweight. So, other than that, I'm not really, too high on the other guys that he beat, but he got one big win. Is that good enough? If one big win, right, good enough for you to be on the pound for pound list?
I'm taking Artur Beterbiev off too. I ain't putting him on my pound for pound list.
Yeah, because me, even though he 15-0 with 15 KOs, only one big fight and one win is not big enough for me to be on the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? Because you could make all types of different arguments that, well, maybe it was just that Styles make fights. We ain't seen him against a slick boxer yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen him against different styles. So let's take him off, right? Juan Estrada, he got 3 losses. Let's take him off. Gennady Golovkin, he sure got to be off, right? He got to be off. Bye. He got to go. Let's keep the rest of the dudes on there. So I think if we, I think that Let me see. Errol Spence got to be higher. I think Spence got to be. I would right now because Spence has not went and fought Danny Garcia yet. Right now, I think you got to move Spence in that 3 slot where INOUE is. You got to put Spence in that 3 slot where INOUE is. Alexander Usyk, you know, he dominated the cruiserweight division. He fought all of the top cruiserweights. He just moving up to heavyweight right now, but he did his thing in Usyk. Let's keep it 100. Usyk is 17-0 with 13 KOs. But if you look at Usyk's resume, right, his resume a lot better than Terrence Crawford's. But I'm not going to put him above Terrence Crawford just for the simple fact is that he still ain't done nothing at heavyweight yet, and he ain't really done nothing lately. Terrence Crawford ain't done nothing lately. We if you talk about Terrence Crawford staying on this pound for pound high up here on the pound for pound list, we really going off of what he really did in the lower weight divisions in years ago. He really ain't did nothing. Since he fought Victor Postal, you can't really say he fought nobody. But I mean, let's leave him right there. Move Errol Spence up and Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo definitely gotta be in the top 7. He definitely got to be in the top 7, wherever you want to put him. Jermell Charlo definitely got to be in the top 7. INOUE, he got to be below Jermell Charlo because INOUE, yeah, he is 19. Well, I don't know. I won't say that. I'll say Jermell Charlo, he definitely got to be in the top 7 because we already took Juan Estrada, Gennady Golovkin, and we took who else we took out? We took Juan Estrada and Gennady Golovkin up out of there. And we took Otter Bitterbeev out of there. So we put we got to put my man Jermell in the top 7, right? That's what I think. He got to go in the top 7, wherever you want to place him. And we got to put Jermel, he got to be in the top 5 pound for pound. You know, he got to be in the top 5 pound for pound. Somebody got to go. What you think? What you think, Money?
Oh yeah, that's why I say when you're looking at the pound for pound rankings, right? You can usually mix it up how you want it though, but Mel is top 5, bro. He is top 5, top 6 without a doubt. The man got 3 scraps. You know, beat number 2 if you want to say that, or he number 1, he beat number 2, or he beat number 1, however you want to put it. Some people might say, you know, if you respect the game, Rosario was unified, so it made him the number 1, even though Mel was the, you know, the more, you know, prestige fighter for us. Well, I ain't gonna say prestige because he 2-time WBC champ, he unified champ, so he was on the same level almost. But you know, Mel the more known fighter, you know what I mean? And the people had to pick, they would say he was the top dog at the 147 pound. But if you respect the game, you got to say that Rosario was number 1, so he took out the top dog. You know, so 3 scraps, 1 away from undisputed. You can't deny him, bro. I can't deny somebody got a number 4. You know, that's big dog shit. And Mel resume is solid. You can't deny his resume. He beat champions. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny his resume. So when I look at it, bro, I don't know. I might have to sit down and do a video on that, Key. I might have to do a video on that. That's something good though. But for us, the list, yes, Earl on that deal. INOUE, Crawford, Usyk. Usyk deserved to be on there, man. Usyk claimed out a whole division, bro. Like he said, you know, Canelo, I'm still have Canelo on there, but you know, he got to start doing something. You know, and that's my guy. He got to start doing something. You know, so when you look at it overall, this how like okay, top six, and this odds that say this mine. I still put Crawford number 1, even though he fit a move out. I'm gonna put Lomachenko number 2. I'm gonna put Spence number 3. You know, I might put Usyk 4, put Jermell Charlo 5, and number 6. I'm gonna put INOUE at 6. I'm gonna put INOUE at 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put INOUE at 6. But I got Earl jumping to number 1 after this Danny Garcia win, because I know Earl will go up there and show out, and I got my reasons. You know.
Right.
And after that, I'm putting Maul at 7. Maul taking Triple G spot. He taking Triple G spot because he beat the cat that beat Triple G. And Maul should be unified right now, right, Key?
Maul, I think he just got the WBC.
And I say he should be unified if they'd have gave Derevchenko his WBO strap.
Oh yeah, definitely. He would be unified right now if they hadn't cheated Derevchenko. He would be the WBC and the IBF. That's why Gennady Golovkin, he got to go. That's why he got to go.
Yeah, and I seen the skill. Triple G skill level is diminishing, man. It's diminishing. You see him going down, and right now, and I don't care what nobody say. Right now, it's the perfect time for Maul to fight him, and I pick Maul to stop him. I pick Maul to stop Triple G. I think he'd be the first man to stop him because styles make fights. Derevchenko had more in a tank than Triple G I have right now. You know, so if Triple G, like, I don't even know if he'll get him all the fight, but that jab and that uppercut, and I don't give a fuck how good y'all saying Triple G chin is, Maul gonna beat his ass to a bloody pulp. Because Triple G cut easy. He cut easy and he swell easy. You know what I'm saying? And Maul jab, this shit is like a shotgun. And Triple G is a sucker for the jab. He a sucker for the jab, bro. You know, and I think I'll pick Maul to stop him.
Yeah, because Triple G, he's going to he don't have no defense. You know what I'm saying? And with his lack of defense, he can't take shots like that from Jermell. We even seen look how Jermell beat up Derevchenko. And Derevchenko, he uses the high guard. Jermell was punching right through that shit because all you got to do is look at his face and see. All you got to do is look at his face, the damage that his face took, and you can see. Derevchenko uses a high guard. Triple G blocks punches with his face. He thinks that shit cute or something, you know. Hey, I'm telling you, that's why Triple G told us after he fought Dinner Rolls, what's the dude? Steve Rose. After Triple G fought Steve Rose, he did it. Go back and look at it. He did an interview on DAZN, and he said, "I'm not fighting Jermell Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. I'm not going to fight those guys." He said, I'm not fighting those guys. It's other guys that need recognition that I'm going to fight. Basically, other bums that he going to go find, just like this dude that he finna fight coming up. I forgot the dude's name. We don't even know him. Never heard of him before. What was his name? Man, let me look. The dude that Triple G about to fight. What was his name, man? Shit. What was it? I never heard of him before. Never heard of him before, huh?
I don't even know who was ass about to fight.
Yeah, he finna fight another bum that we never heard of before, right? And I mean, that's what he do. That's what we've come to realize with Triple G. You know, all he do is go find, bum finder. Triple G, Gennady, the bum finder Golovkin. That's his name. Gennady, the bum finder Golovkin. Because where he be finding these dudes at, I don't know. But he find them every time. He do it every time. But that's why he didn't want to fight Jermell. That's why he told you he wasn't gonna fight him. But you definitely got to move Triple G up out of there. Juan Estrada, get him up out of there. Arthur Beterbiev, get him up out of there. We can move Pacquiao in the 7th slot. So yeah, the Jermell Charlo got to be. I say Jermell Charlo got to be either 1 through 7 or 1 through 6. Jermel Charlo, he got to be in the top 5. Straight up. Jermel Charlo, he didn't fought, the best competition at 154 from the beginning of his career. From the beginning of his career, he's fought the best competition at 154. Even back in the day, he was fighting the best. Like Vanez Matarosen, he was fighting him, when he was a force to be reckoned with. Beat him. Who else he beat? He beat Rosario. Gabe Rosario, before Gabe Rosario became a punching bag, Man, he's beat all of the top dudes, and still doing it, and doing it in great fashion. Jermell Charlo beat all of the top guys at 154. Jermell Charlo then went to 160, and he's still doing it, still showing out, and they only get better. Because if you look at these, if you look at Jermel and Jermall, they only getting better. You know what I'm saying? And that's the scary thing. They still getting better. Like I said, I saw a lot of things that Jermall could have did, could have took advantage of that he was doing, but just didn't. Like I said, he could have used the jab even more. Derevyanchenko had no answer for his jab at all. Jermall could have doubled up on the jab a lot more. And once Jermall goes back and look at that and he realizes how vicious his jab is, I'm telling y'all, Jermell Charlo can have a jab if he wanted to use it often, like he can. Jermell Charlo can have a jab like Larry Holmes. Jermell Charlo can, develop a Larry Holmes type jab. It's strong, it's stiff, and so that's dangerous. Dangerous. Yeah, man. So the Charlo brothers, we're gonna put them in the top 7. Wherever y'all want to put them. Like I said, I will have to sit down and go ahead and see what this list looks like once I take some of these guys out and then add the Charlos in there. So I'll have to actually write it and break it down. But looking at this list, we definitely got to put them in the top 7 pound for pound. We got to put them in the top 7, and that's what it is. What you got on there, Money?
Man, I think you said it right, bro. And I know a lot of people go hate. A lot of people gonna say this, that, and the third. But like you said, Keith, Jermall, two different weight class, one of the best at both. You understand me? Still looking good. Was the IBF champ at 154, the WBC champ at 160, defended his titles in both divisions. You feel what I'm saying? Beat the man that beat the guy that everybody said he couldn't beat. And you got to respect that. Jermell Charlo, like I say, been fighting the best in the game. Even when both of the brothers at 154, Mel was getting a better competition when he was the boxer and he was outboxing cats. He got with Derek James and unlocked something different. Now he knocking cats out. So he showed 2 different aspects of his game. Now he's the unified champion with 3 scraps and a lineal. You understand what I'm saying? The man that beat the man, for y'all that don't know, he did. And them kids deserve their respect, man. Get them boys their respect, man. Whether y'all don't like them outside the ring or what they saying and all that shit, you can hate on all that. But inside the ring, if you talking about you a boxer fan, salute them dudes, man, and give them dudes their credit. Because them dudes put the hard work in, and they out here fighting the best and wanting to fight the best. And shout out to my big bro Red in the building, Matt Russ. What's going down, brother?
Yeah, man. And yeah, so I mean, they want all the smoke. They bring in all the smoke. And what more can you ask for as a boxing fan? They giving us what we want to see. Now, we just got to hope that the rest of these dudes don't duck them. We know we got Jermell Charlo with all of the belts. He only got one more belt to go collect. I don't see him getting that fight. I don't see him getting that Tixer, that whatever.
Chisero called him out on his Instagram.
Chisero?
Chisero came on mail shit.
He called him out though, Money. But check this thing. He called him out, right? It's easy to talk shit to a motherfucking pit bull when he behind that fence and chained up.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? He looking at Jermel. He like, oh, this motherfucker. He behind the fence. The fence is 15 feet high. We know he can't jump the fence, so I'm gonna talk all type of shit and bark at this motherfucking pit bull through the fence because he chained up, and I know he can't jump the fence. I know he can't get on my ass. That's what Tixer is over there with Golden Boy. He know it ain't no possible way for him to have to fight Jermell Charlo because he over there and he over there in the Golden Boy Protection Agency. You know, he's over there in the Golden Boy Protection Agency. So that's a fight that we will not see. We won't be able to see Jermell Charlo go over there and fight Teixeira and get that fourth belt around his waist. So what's gonna have to happen if Bud Crawford, y'all love Bud, y'all say he big and bad, you know, and I ain't hating on Bud, but Bud Crawford gonna have to go beat Teixeira. You know, and I hear people saying this already. Has been talked. Bud Crawford's gonna have to go get that 154-pound title. And if Bud Crawford, you know, like he was over there acting like he wanted to smoke with Jermell Charlo a while back, he gonna have to fight. You know, that's the only way I see Jermell Charlo getting that 154-pound title. If Bud Crawford, you know, he step up, go to 154 and take that title over there from Teixeira. Right, Teixeira, whatever, however you say his name. If Bud Crawford take that title from him, right, then we see Bud and Jermell fight. I don't see it happening, but that's the only way I see it happening. And if Bud Crawford get in there with Jermell Charlo, Bud Crawford is going to sleep. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Bud Crawford going to sleep. If that fight ever happened down the line next year, whenever, Bud Crawford gonna go to sleep. So Bud Crawford better stay right there at 147 where he at, because he don't want to go over there with them motherfucking real with them real lions and fuck with Jermell Charlo. But for right now, Jermell Charlo, you know, like I said, I see him probably fighting maybe Lubin. He might fight Lubin next. I give him the edge because Lubin's a hell of a boxer. Lubin might be able to outbox Jermell Charlo. You know, Lubin got skills, powerful, got skills, explosive, but Lubin don't have the chin to hold up, you know, in 12 rounds with Jermell Charlo. I don't think Lubin has the chin to hold up. And as far as Laura can box his ass off. But see, the thing with Laura had a chance to beat all of them guys at 154 a few years back. That was his time window. I think Laura's time window is gone. Laura don't fight like he used to fight. Laura, he stands in the pocket now. Laura, he don't move around the ring like he used to. He don't have the legs that he used to. He pretty much stand in the pocket, and you know, he'll bang it out with you now a lot more. And Laura, he can't beat Jermell Charlo like that. The old Laura, I would give the nod to the old Laura. The Laura that moved around the ring, it was real slick. I would give the nod to Laura over any of those guys, the old Laura. But if you go back and watch Laura now, Israel Landy Laura, he don't fight like that no more. You know, he don't have his legs. He's older and he can't move like he can't move like he used to. It's kind of like my man what's his name? That Lomachenko beat the Cuban money.
Rigo.
It's like Rigondeaux. It's like Rigo. Rigo don't move around like that no more. He don't got the legs. Rigo don't fight like that no more. So you know, if you look at Laura and Rigo, another guy that changed his whole fighting style up is Andre Durrell. Andre Durrell is another guy that was super slick, moved around. You couldn't hit him. Those three guys, they changed up their boxing style. And with that, they're beatable. They're very beatable now, because, you know, one of the greatest aspects of their game, they don't use it anymore like that. So, yeah, Jermell Charlo, when I look at the 154-pound division, I don't see nobody that got anything for him. The closest, the most dangerous fight for him is a guy that he already beat, and that's Erickson Lubin. Other than that, like I said, I don't see nothing. I see him eventually having to move up to 160 with his brother. But I see his brother. See, this is what I see happening. I see Jermell Charlo within the next year probably moving up to 160. And I see Jermell Charlo moving up to 168. But I don't know. We'll see, because Jermell Charlo, he looked like he'd make the 154-pound weight division pretty comfortable. So he might stay in that weight division and reign. He might reign for a long time. He makes the weight comfortable, and he hasn't really talked about moving up to 160. So what you got on that?
Go ahead.
What you say? I think Money got to take a phone call. But yeah, I mean, let me get through some of y'all comments. My bad if I missed y'all comments. I see y'all in the building. Mr. Finesse says, don't type about it. He says, don't type about it. Be about it. Ronald Finkley, Mr. Finesse says, Mel will sleep Bud. Yeah, man. Bud ain't got nothing, man. Bud can barely take the power of these 147 pounders, you know, when he get hit. Bud ain't fucking with that boy. I'm telling you. Bud is not fucking with Mel. John Kramer off in the building. He says Rosario won an Academy Award for Best in Night. So this is what you gonna do? So John Kramer, if you coming in here with that bullshit talking about Rosario won the Academy Award, right? Tell me why Jeison Rosario, if like I said earlier, if it was fixed and he was acting, tell me why Jeison Rosario didn't act in the 6th round when he could have just stayed down and the fight could have ended there, right? If he was acting, explain to me why he waited all the way to the 9th to the 8th round to go down and to stay down off a body shot, right? Off of a straight jab to the body. If he was just acting, tell me why. Make that make sense to me. Because if you can make that make sense to me, right? If you can make that make sense to me, I'll cash app you some money right now, John Kramer. If you can make that make sense to me. Ronald Finkley says Triple G's a punk. He say Lubin versus Lara, then fight Jermell Charlo. I don't got no problem with that, but I think Lubin is the mandatory right now. Lubin is the mandatory, so Lubin said they ain't gonna make him move over. TZ Frank says Lara isn't active enough to beat Mel. He ain't active enough on his feet. That's what he ain't active enough. Charlo versus Lubin 2 next. That's the best fight to make in the division. I agree with you. 2011. Ronald Finkley said Lara nice. Yeah, Lara nice, but Lara has slowed down. Lara ain't the same Lara that he used to be. John Kramer says Big Charlo brother could have got Chico up out there. Yeah, I said that earlier in the show, my man. I was saying that he could have got him up out of there. If he had pressed him a little more, pressed on the gas some more. He says he would have went to another gear if he had. He said he could have got him up out of there if he had went to another gear. He was on cruise control. He wants to be a pay-per-view star. He has to find the extra gear. But you got to think, John, he wasn't in there with just some Rudy poop, right? He in there with another top middleweight fighter, right? You know what I'm saying? Dervinchenko is at the top of the class when it comes to the middleweight division. And, so he played it cautious. I do also think that he could have got him up out of there. And I think he would have got him up out of there if he had pressed on the gas a little bit more. John Kramer says Lubin needs to stay away from all the big punchers. I think that I just don't think that Lubin has enough for, I don't think that Lubin has enough for Jermel. John Kramer says, bro, Rosario quit. How did he quit? Have you ever been hit in the stomach like that? Have you ever been hit in the stomach like that? That's why they tell you that's why everybody tell you if you can have the most granite chin, but if you get hit in the right place, can't nobody take a body shot. They get hit in the right place at the right time. I don't care how strong your chin is. That don't matter. Mr. Finesse says anybody saying he acting never been hit by a serious puncher. That's facts. Mr. Finesse says, here we go. Just give Mel his credit. That's what I'm saying. Some people just ain't gonna give, the man his credit, just like they just like they used to do to Floyd. It didn't matter what Floyd did, he was never gonna get his credit from some fighters. Roy Jones, the same way. Didn't matter what he did, he was never gonna get credit. when you Errol Spence, he the same way. No matter what EJ do, he never gonna get his credit. No matter what he do. You dig? No matter what he do, he not gonna get his credit. Mr. Finesse says nobody ever punched Derby and Chinko. Nobody ever put Chinko out. Maul dominated him like never before. That's a fact. Brotherhood says Lubin versus Harrison. That's a hell of a fight. Lubin versus Harrison would be a hell of a fight. They both don't have the strongest of chins. They both can box. They both boxing skills is A-level boxing skills. They both explosive. So that's a hell of a fight. I feel you, Brotherhood. I would probably, I don't know. That's a 50-50 fight or a 55-45 fight. You know? Jupiter B says Lubin should try Harrison or Laura first. Mr. Finesse says he looked like he quit. To you is an opinion. That don't make it a fact. That's real talk. Ronald Finkley says it's the hurt business. Rosario says Jupiter B says Rosario didn't quit. He a warrior. That punch paralyzed him temporarily. Yeah, you see how the man was rolling around in convulsions like that. You ain't never shit. I didn't have to win knocked out of me like that before. That shit ain't nothing nice. For real. You can't breathe. Lubin, yes, Lubin versus Harrison, Mr. Finesse say. 503 line off in the building. What's good? He said, shaking my head. Shit is sad. Give the brothers their credit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These dudes going around, they don't want to give. It's the, you know, like I said, some people, it don't matter what you do. If they don't like you, they ain't gonna give you your credit. Like I said, explain to me if the fight was fixed. Explain to me why Jeison Rosario didn't just stay down in the 6th round. Because he could have easily stayed down in the 6th round real easy. And just like my man Money Brown said, he said, look, if the man was trying to throw the fight, you think he would have been going at Jermell Charlo as like he was trying to knock his head off each and every round, right? If you want to look at somebody throwing the fight, go back to the Canelo and the Canelo and Kovalev fight, Sergey Kovalev fight. If you want to see somebody throwing the fight, go back to the Canelo and Kovalev fight, right? Kovalev, that was somebody throwing the fight. Kovalev went throwing no hard punches, right? It looked like he was in sparring mode. He was holding back on all of his punches. That's somebody throwing the fight, not this. Jupiter B say, somebody tried to tell me Derby and Chinko really didn't hurt Triple G. He's shaking my head. GGG was holding all night. He says all this to discredit the fact that he couldn't do shit versus Jermell. Yeah, and we knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what fashion Jermel and Jermell won in, right? They weren't going to give him his credit. Some people just not going to give you your credit. Mr. Finesse said, you want to see somebody quit? Watch Khan versus Bud. He says, you want to see somebody quit? Watch Joshua versus Ruiz 1. The Brotherhood says GGG was saved by the ref. Yeah, GGG was getting the shit beat out of him. Yeah, but man, Money. I don't know if you still, I don't know if you still on your phone call, Money, but you got anything else you want to say before we wrap it up? Yeah, I think Money, he's still on his phone call. Melfi Cruz, he says, nobody at 154 can handle Jermel power. Yeah, that's real. Now, man, great show. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We back tomorrow, right? We right back tomorrow. Same place, same time. 11. Okay, so y'all know the time. And hit my like button. If you in here, it ain't no reason you ain't hit the like button. Hit the like button before we leave the building, right? Subscribe to the channel. on YouTube if you're not already a subscriber, and subscribe to my man Money Brown TV. Right, go to his channel, subscribe to him. And yeah, tomorrow same time, 11:20, like anywhere between 11:20 to 11:30. Right, 11:20, 11:30. And that's Mountain Pacific time. Mountain Pacific time. So that's 1:20, right? That's 1:20 Central time, and that's 2:20 to anywhere between 2:20 and 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, right? So join right back tomorrow. I hear you, Money. And Money, you got something you want to say before we get up out of here?
Man, I want to say shouts out to my little bro 503 line. I seen slide up in the building. Shouts out to my bro John Kramer, man. Y'all just keep rocking with us, man. Y'all subscribe to me on Money Brown TV. I'm gonna still be there, just no live screen. I'm still be dropping videos. Be looking for me, man. I'm gonna be on all the bros channel, you know, staying relevant. I know the haters, they probably laughing and joking right now. They think I'm gone, but I ain't going nowhere, man. Y'all continue to follow Key. Like I say, one of the greatest boxing minds, one of the unbiased boxing minds. And we're gonna keep pushing out this good content for y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah. So, man, like I said, salute to everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody for joining. Once again, hit the like button before we leave about tomorrow. Same place, same time. Once again, anywhere between 11:20 to 11:30 Pacific Mountain Time, Mountain Pacific Time. That's 1:20 Central Time, and that's 2:20 East Coast time, right? Join us tomorrow. I appreciate everybody. And you already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. Anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Check us out tomorrow, and we out.